Welcome to a special bonus episode of We May Rant, where we're going to review Wonder Woman because we finally all got a chance to see it. Angel had to wait for Randy and I to find time to go out and see it, so he's been sitting on it for a while. Before we get into that, though, Randy reminded me of a story that he's not going to look great in.
Do we really have to tell this?
Yeah, no, we really have to tell this, and it's your fault because you brought it up. We had this apartment in Maybrook, right? No, I don't know what you're doing, but it's terrifying me.
Okay.
And he collects weapons. That's even scarier. He collects weapons, right? And he had these claws, like legit metal claws, like Wolverine's claws. And there was a moth flying around the living room, right? This dumbass puts on both set of claws to kill a moth.
I believe that.
And damn near cut his finger off. He still has the scar. When he picked him up, I'm like, you're going to cut a finger off. And he's like, no, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, you're going to cut a finger off is what you're doing. And, no, I got
They're
this.
real claws.
Yeah, they're legit claws. And he almost cut his finger off. He's like, oh. That was pretty stupid. Like, he still has the scar.
Quick question. Was the moth killed?
No. Of course not. It's a moth. Dude, these claws are like 3 inches apart.
They're Wolverine claws that you actually hold.
Why would you buy them?
They're like brass knuckles with 3 long-ass claws that come out of them.
They're cool.
They are sick.
You spend money
No.
on garbage.
They're cool. Like, mount them on the wall, they're nice. You know what I mean?
Gosh.
But to take them off and try to kill an insect with it... The insect is... Alright, first of all, it's not even possible. Insect is an inch wide at the most.
It's like
These claws are 3 inches apart between each one. Like,
it's like Karate Kid and Miyagi trying to...
Miyagi would have been like, Daniel-san, you're not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. Like, this is not gonna work. You're gonna cut a finger off.
It's all right.
It's fine.
Oh, God.
So I had to start with that story because Randy brought it up. But you've been sitting on Wonder Woman for what, like a week now?
Yeah, and I want to apologize because I kept bringing up the leak that we were doing this episode.
No.
But
It's
you
good.
know what? Okay.
Go ahead.
Wonder Woman was awesome.
You have no complaint from me.
Let me tell you something. She's beautiful.
Oh,
Loved her on Fast and Furious.
Gal Gadot is amazing.
I'm a fan, so if you know, I'm married. I'm a fan, though, if you hear me. I just want you to say my name. Say it once, say it twice, say my name. No, all kidding.
Am I going to be uncomfortable every episode now?
No, let me tell you. From start to finish, I thought the effects were amazing. I thought the storyline was great. I thought it was a good pace. I wasn't bored. I grew up with the original Wonder Woman in the 80s when I watched it on TV.
Linda Carter.
And I just think that it was... I'm looking forward to the sequel.
Absolutely.
I know when you start a movie, you always have to tell the story. So, I was waiting for the action. So I know that the next one will be just based on action. Mm-hmm. But I was very happy with the way they portrayed her as a young girl. I thought the little girl who played the role was great. I think the casting was phenomenal. I have nothing but very, very good reviews. I can see why it's making money. And all I'm going to say is, DC.
Ah, come on.
That movie was terrible.
You're an idiot. No, he's
I'm playing
he's
around.
an instigator. Just messed
I was going to hit you with my phone.
No, I'm playing around. No, it was it was really good.
Because we were all going to go see it, but it was like
a couple days prior to the podcast.
Friday?
This podcast here. Yeah.
Early Friday. No, early Thursday.
Early Thursday.
No, because Thursday we're recording. This is a waste of airtime.
I agree.
Because I saw it last Friday.
I loved the Flash.
Tuesday. Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying. I said, did you guys see it? All right, all things aside. I saw it last Friday. You guys saw it
a couple days.
No, I know, but this week is just so messed up for me.
That was good airtime.
Yeah.
I love the fact that it was a Flash spoiler.
Yeah. Hold on. Before we move forward, while Angel drowns, spoilers. All right, if you listen past this point, because right now we're gonna do a brief overview of what we each thought. You just heard Angels. We will be getting into spoiler zone, so if you don't want to be spoiled, turn this off and come back after you've seen the movie.
Can you not tell a joke?
Now your fault.
Drinking? I heard flesh. That's why I was drinking.
I thought he said flash, but I understand how you heard flesh.
I heard flesh.
Yeah. You just had Gal Gadot on your mind.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to bring up a picture we're talking about it right
Flashback.
now. Okay, got it.
All right? Flesh.
Same letters.
Yeah, right. No, but great story though, as far as like throwing it as a flashback. In the beginning part, it's more, it was modern.
Yes.
And then we're like, okay, so they're gonna start it like this, but then they brought the photo in, and then it just created a flashback. But it was like a flashback within a flashback.
Yes.
Because it got to the point where she was, older, or whatever, and then she's like, that this is how it really started. You know what I mean?
Right,
and then it went to the little girl.
You know why they did that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the beginning, like they did with the modern or whatever, because it has to tie into Batman versus Superman. It has to tie.
No. I get that, but then but it was like you saw literally a flashback within a flashback, because as the mom was explaining to, Diana about the battle,
flashback,
you know what I mean? Then it went into a another flashback.
Of course.
So, which was awesome. You know what I mean?
That was great.
I just thought the story was well done. I thought the special effects were good.
A little too much CGI, but
yeah, like I mean,
it
is supposed to be
in certain parts.
I mean, it is supposed to be the island. You know what I mean? The Amazon island, which was phenomenal. I mean, the CGI for the island was very well done.
Yeah. I mean, during the actual fights.
But even the the back and forth when they first bring in Chris Pine into the movie,
who was amazing.
And when
he looked a little old. That's only. I mean, he could have been a little younger, but that's just.
Well, no, it was just like the little bit of bantering.
No, he was great.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially going to sleep.
Comparing how the watch.
Going to sleep, and then when he's in the water, and he comes out, and she's like looking at him, she's like, what is that?
No, but how the watch was a euphemism for penis by saying you let that little thing control you.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
you can tell it's co-written by. I think it was co-written by two women.
PG-13. I don't know why it was PG-13.
Yeah, there wasn't even blood.
Yeah.
No blood.
Well, if you make it less than PG-13, like you're not going to get a lot of people to go to a PG movie.
Isn't that sad?
Well, I mean, it happens. Is that your overview? And then we can get more into specifics, but I just wanted to give.
I thought, she was okay, actress-wise. Like I
You're
mean,
crazy.
No, I just like.
God, what do you expect?
You really no. You really didn't like. She didn't have to try that hard. You know what I mean? Like
her facial expressions when they went in for the close-up showed everything she was thinking. She was amazing in this movie.
No. I'm not saying that, but you really didn't get the full of her being an actress until she lost.
Dude, it's not a Best Picture nominee.
I understand that.
It's a hero movie.
That's what I mean. She didn't have to try that hard.
No, but for what she did, she was amazing.
Yes, that's fine.
I don't like your review.
She was.
Oh my God,
dude! She was funny. You believed that she could fight, which, by the way, she has training. She was in.
Did you go to the same movie with
Yes. Let me get this out. She trained with the Israeli army because growing up in Israel, that's required. So she has legitimate training. So she looked like she could fight. She was athletic. When the scenes called for emotion, I think she pulled it off really well. Like with Steve, for example. And again, that's spoilers. When Steve died, I felt that when she screamed.
I had it right now. I
so,
my throat.
So to say that she didn't have to do much, I just don't.
No, I felt it when she went to see his picture at the end. When she goes up and she sees his picture.
To the end?
Would you want her to start bawling?
No, but I'm just saying.
What exactly are you saying? Because I don't think
when she went up to his picture.
No, I know that, but I mean, what is he saying that she was okay?
I don't know because I felt like she was upset.
I don't get that okay part.
I thought she was average. I didn't think she had to.
Give me another character. That wasn't. You haven't reviewed yet. I'm sorry.
I'm happy she didn't overact.
I'm not happy. I'm just trying to figure out what your version of
okay
is.
I think the problem is
there was. Wait. I mean, I'm trying to compare it to Superman. He overacted the part.
No, exactly. Let me put this in perspective for you.
She didn't overact it.
I think this is what you mean. It was so natural. It felt like she wasn't even acting.
Yes.
Which is what made her
perfect. Which is why she did such a great job.
That's why I was asking you, because I was thinking he's giving her a comment, but I was gonna say you're making her sound less by saying that. But what you're actually giving her more credit.
Yeah, you're saying she didn't have to act like Wonder Woman because she was Wonder Woman.
But what I'm but what I'm also
don't
is what
shit
I'm
on what I
saying
just
is
gave you credit now.
no, but what I'm saying is that it's like she didn't have to go above and beyond. You know what I mean? Like Henry Cavill did in the Superman movies.
So why can't you just say she did a great job, and I'm glad she didn't overact? But you
because
said
I had to
she's
give
okay.
examples.
You said she's okay. It just made it seem
you said okay.
She had to give examples. I'm just saying I really didn't feel that the character really got to me until he died in the airplane.
So I think really what happened really is what we just said anyway. It's just the way I'm hearing it.
It was so perfectly done.
I know what you're saying now. I get you, and I don't disagree now. I take it back. But it's the way you said it at the first time, and was like, she's okay.
It's like when I'm reading a comic book.
So I was like, what are you talking about?
It's like when I'm reading a comic book, I don't care who the letterer is unless the letterer is awful. Nobody cares who the letterer is, but when the lettering is awful and you can't read it, then you care who it is. But it's so seamless most of the time, as she was in this role, that you don't necessarily, quote-unquote, notice it.
My thing really quick was, and it's going to actually say what you said, I liked it. The reason why I really liked the movie, and I could care less, honestly, even about the special effects. I'm not even into that.
Mm-hmm.
I have to believe that Wonder Woman exists. And when I watched her, she made me believe that Wonder Woman was real. I know that sounds corny, but it's like Christopher Reeves when we talked about Superman. When I watched him in his suit and he's flying, I really believe in a way that he's real. And that's how much I love the way he played the character. And that's why I can get into this character. Mm. I'm watching her and I'm like, yes, she's beautiful. I'm a guy. Of course she's hot. But she played this role and was like, I want to meet her.
She played the hell out of this role.
Yeah. I was like, I want to meet her. And that's and then, yes, the scene where, spoiler, he goes and he dies. I had it right here in my throat. I was like, poor.
Absolutely.
My heart broke. I was like, this
sucks. You literally felt her pain.
Yeah.
In that, and got angry when she got angry.
And I got choked up again at the picture. Yeah. I did.
Yes.
But honestly, I got choked up not because of her. I got choked up because of how the Scottish guy was reacting behind her. You could see that it was affecting him.
Yeah, good call.
And I saw him behind her, where anybody else was focusing on her. He was acting the hell out of that scene.
Yeah, good call on that.
He killed that scene. And that's what choked me up again, because these guys, they fought next to each other for who knows how long. And they were willing to run into battle with this guy. And if you notice, when he said, clear a lane for me to get to that plane, the only one that was really reacting was the Scottish guy just screamed out. No. He felt it. You knew they had some kind of connection. And since he had those nightmares earlier on, I have a feeling that Steve was that thing that could bring him back from that. Brought him back to humanity and kept him coming along even though he was of no use. He couldn't shoot anymore. But he kept this guy around. And when he even tried to leave, even Diana did it. When she was like, who's going to sing for us, though? Yeah. He wasn't any use in the battle.
Yeah.
But they wanted him there. And when Steve passed, or when even before that, you could see that he was kind of like the heart of this little group, was the Scottish guy.
Yeah.
So when he felt it at the end in front of that picture, I was like, that got me. I was like, damn, this guy just lost somebody that means obviously the world to him. And yeah, I saw her without going into shedding tears or anything. I saw her pain. I think she did a good job.
I hope she stays as Wonder Woman.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah.
I hope she it blows up.
Mm-hmm.
She's the whole reason why anybody wanted to see Justice League. Batman Superman was terrible.
Yeah, she was the only good thing about it.
I do not disagree with you.
She was the only good part of that movie.
Yes,
and
I
now that she had her,
every time.
And now that she had her own, and now Justice League is going to come out.
They're already making the sequel. They're already in pre-production for her sequel. So obviously it's happening.
They honestly, I don't know how. I mean, the shooting of Justice League. This movie better focus around her.
I'm telling you right now. Well, see, that's my thing, and I do want to get into my overall thoughts on Wonder Woman, but real quick about Justice League. My deepest regrets for what happened to the original director, Zack Snyder. His daughter took her own life. It was horrible. He had to leave Justice League. They brought in Joss Whedon just to reshoot anything that had to be reshot and to finish editing the film, etc., etc. But one thing that I believe is going to come out of Joss Whedon coming on to the film is that he always strives to have powerful female protagonists. Buffy the Vampire Slayer and shows like that. And then even Avengers, he made Black Widow, a focal point. And regardless of the crap people said about the second film and how he treated her in that one, that's a whole other thing. But coming into Justice League, I think it's going through massive reshoots right now. And the only thing that I can think logically that is for is to make Wonder Woman a focal point. And probably because of early reaction critically about how her film took off. DC's trying to do something right. And seeing how successful her film was critically and with the fans, they can't be stupid. They can't be that dumb to not make her, like you said, a focal point of the Justice League movie.
Is there a reason why Superman was not in the trailer that I saw?
Because he died
Justice
in
League?
Batman vs.
He died in
Superman.
Batman, yeah. Doomsday killed him.
I didn't see it.
Don't bother.
Don't.
Is that the one with Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah.
I only saw the scene with the Wonder Woman.
Yeah, don't bother watching the rest of the film.
Because I don't like either character. I just wanted to see the Wonder Woman's part, so I just fast forward to
it. I mean, spoiled the end of Batman Superman is Doomsday, just like the comics. Superman fought Doomsday, and he ended up dying fighting Doomsday.
All right. My overall...
So he's dead?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he'll come back in this movie, and it's rumored that he's the villain. But my overall thoughts of Wonder Woman... First, let me do it from a business standpoint.
Okay.
Up until this film, for whatever reason, Hollywood didn't believe that a female-led movie could make the kind of money it would need to make to warrant a budget like Wonder Woman had. So they never got the chance. But obviously Wonder Woman is one of DC's core 3 characters, so they had no choice but to put money into it. And also, they also didn't believe that a female director could direct a film that could make that kind of money, that could work with that kind of budget and still make a good film. And both of them crushed it. And I'm hoping this starts a trend in the movie industry that moves women to the forefront, because up until this film, girls didn't have anyone to look up to. I've heard so many women and young girls talk about how they left this movie and felt empowered to be a woman.
Mm-hmm.
That is the entire point. And they nailed it. When I left, I wished I had a vagina. Obviously it's a joke. No, obviously it's a joke. But still, like, even I felt...
Angel's just looking at you like...
Even you know me, you know I'm going to throw jokes out there, but even I felt the empowerment of how women should feel coming out of that movie, because she never asked for a guy to come in and save her. She wasn't the sex object. Chris Pine was. He's the one that was undressed. He's the one that was obviously the Bond chick of this movie. And they never portrayed her as weak. She was powerful the entire film. And the director did an amazing job with a budget that is normally only put and entrusted to men. And they killed it. They crushed it. I loved it. Gal Gadot was breathtaking. When she had the ponytail for the first quarter of the movie, hot. When she took that out and became Wonder Woman, those slow motion point of views of her face, unbelievable. Like, I had no idea she was that pretty. I've seen her in Fast and Furious, but it doesn't do her justice. And that's coming from someone that's grown up with Wonder Woman and expects like a voluptuous woman. You know what I mean? Like Linda Carter. She's not built like that. You know what I mean?
True.
But she still made me believe that she's Wonder Woman. Like how you believe that Wonder Woman exists. She made me believe that she is Wonder Woman, despite the fact that she's not jacked and she doesn't have this massive bosom like the comic book version does. So I was impressed wholeheartedly with this film, from beginning to end. I mean, I have nitpicks, obviously. Who doesn't? Chris Pine was amazing as Captain Kirk in this film. Amazing. He plays Captain Kirk like no one else can play Captain Kirk. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen the Star Trek remakes?
I don't like Star Trek.
No, the remakes are worth it. I hate the show. I hate the show with a passion.
I fell asleep.
Really? Even in the remakes?
Yeah, I can't stand Star Trek.
I'm
a Star Wars guy.
Chris Pine plays the same character in every movie, but he kills.
I was gonna say that when I watched him, he still has the same character. He's like a Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, no, they.
I just wanted real quick. I'm still very uncomfortable with the vagina. I can't look at you the same way.
Don't tell your wife that you're uncomfortable with vagina.
No, I said the comment. I said the comment. Just want you to know that.
All right.
Okay.
It was a joke. Anyway.
Very uncomfortable.
I don't know how you want to grade movies. If we're going to continue to do this, do you want to use a star system, grading system, thumbs up, thumbs down? But if we're using stars, I give it a solid 4. 5 is a perfect movie, and I don't think it's perfect.
Can I ask why you don't think it's perfect before I rate?
A lot of the CG was obvious, like just blatantly obvious. The whole fight between the Amazons at the beginning, when they were moving slow motion, I'm not a huge fan of obvious CGI. I know it's going to be in it. It's a superhero movie, but I'm not a huge fan of it.
Okay.
I like the twist at the end where you thought, well, I didn't think, but you're supposed to think somebody's God of War, Ares, but it's not. It ends up being someone else. I kind of knew it was going to be the other guy because he always plays a great villain in anything he's in, unless it's Harry Potter. But when they went to the CG of him being in that armor, they kept the same guy's face. That was kind of stupid. Ares in the comics is just a black face with red eyes. You could have done that. Keeping a dude with a handlebar mustache and that huge armor, that was a little dumb. And then they set up the whole film how Ares is the reason why the war is going on. That's the entire reason why the war is going on. And then they tell you, no, that's not why they fight. Chris Pine has this whole speech about maybe we just fight because we're not perfect. We fight because they're not all good guys. They're not all good people. It doesn't have to involve a god, right? And then as soon as Ares dies, they're all hugging and kissing. I'm like, I thought the whole point was you don't fight because of Ares, but now Ares is dead and now the fight's over. Now you're all best friends, just like that. So that was a little ridiculous.
I thought it was a spell or something. That's
not only that, well, that's the other thing. You're saying Ares is the reason they're fighting. So why is there World War II? Why is there Vietnam? Why is there Korea? If she killed him, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I mean, maybe part 2 will explain that.
No, but you're asking me why it's not 5. That's the reason why it's not 5 for me. I mean, the jokes hit. It was funny, but not overly funny like Marvel's doing now, where everything has to be a joke every single line.
See, I don't.
No matter who the movie is.
I don't like that type of humor. So that's to me when I watch Marvel and they're constantly. Yeah. I sit there and go, am I supposed to laugh at that?
Well, for example, Captain America's not supposed to be funny, but he has to crack jokes in the movies. Thor's not. Well, I mean, Thor is completely a comedic character now because you had to make him appealing to everyone. But there are characters in Marvel movies that are not supposed to have a sense of humor that you're making witty comments. They're not all Spider-Man. They're not all Deadpool. Yeah. You know what I mean? But now everybody has that personality and it's annoying.
Right.
But DC has very little humor, if any, in most of their movies. This one had it, but it was subtle. You know what I mean? You had specific characters that were supposed to be funny, like the secretary. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
well, they call where I'm from, they call them slaves. Oh, I like her. Yeah. That was funny.
I thought it was funny.
Her with the sword telling the guy, she was supposed to be funny, and she was. It landed. Chris Pine is a comedic actor that can also do action. He was funny. Even Gal Gadot had a couple funny moments, but she wasn't outwardly trying to make jokes like Doctor Strange did with Cumberbatch.
I would, yeah.
I mean, I guess
because I don't ever really read comics and stuff, so I don't have anything to relate it to. The way I can relate it to, I just think it's the first time in a long time that I've seen a superhero movie where I felt like I was a kid again.
Yeah, is it top 1 or 2 superhero movie all time for me? Maybe. But I want to reserve 5 stars for a movie that absolutely blows me away.
I'll say 4.5.
Alright, I can even give it a half. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'll say 4.5.
I'll say 4.5 also.
I don't think any movie truly is a 5.
Like, for example, 5s to me...
Give me a 5 movie that... We might as well stay in the same category.
I'm just going to...
No, I don't have a 5.
I'm just going to tell you right now, for me, it's a 4.5 also, so...
Yeah.
I don't... go ahead.
Yeah. No, that was... I don't think I really
have a
real
quick.
I don't have a 5 in a comic book.
Alright, let's forget a comic book. Give me one movie right off the top of your head that you think is a 5.
I can give you 2. Man on Fire and Braveheart. I thought were both 5s. That movie with, have you seen them both?
No, I'm just trying to debate whether I agree a 5 on Braveheart. Man on Fire, I would say a 4.
Dude, when he exchanged himself for spoilers for a movie that's like 20 years old. When he exchanges himself for Dakota Fanning, I wept like a baby.
I did too. But I would counter Man on Fire. Not the same kind of category. Shawshank Redemption is a 5.
Yeah, that's a 5. Yeah.
To me, that's a 5 before Man on Fire.
No, I can give you that.
That's how. That's how.
To me, it's a 5.
But I agree with you. Listen, the storyline,
yeah,
5.
Yeah.
The movie was a little bit long for me, but that's okay. I'm with you.
No. I understand.
It's preference, but I'm with you now.
Plus, I also was a huge fan of Tony Scott's style, who is the director.
The Green Mile was a 5, also.
Yeah, that was amazing.
See, Green Mile, I'll give it a 4.5.
I would give it a 4.5 because of length on that one.
Yeah, it was too long.
It was way too long.
And I don't know. A movie's got I cried.
Yeah. Oh my God, John Coffey had me.
Anybody can't cry in that movie. You got no soul. I'm sorry, but
my neighbors were afraid I was crying so hard.
If I have to counter that, the Green Mile,
40-year-old virgin.
No, trying to like drama.
Comedies can't get higher than 3 for me.
Oh man.
Oh my God, I can. But the thing is, like I would rate it so hot, like 40 over, because I can literally watch it. That Wedding Crashers, I could watch it.
Oh, they're great
every time.
See, I'm ready,
and I can still laugh.
Just to give an example, 40-Year-Old Virgin, I thought was the dumbest movie I've ever seen.
Wow.
I didn't even laugh. Hardly.
Really?
I think the funniest scene for me...
Even when he calls for the help with the erection? Sir, I can't help you. I am in India.
The only part that...
Just take a hot poker and...
Just hold a hot match to your testicles.
Was when they're playing the Lionel Richie song and he's getting dressed to, do what he's got to do.
Yeah.
Pleasure himself. That's the only part I ever laughed. But Wedding Crashers, I give it a 4.
Yeah, I just said they're movies I literally can watch, and I can laugh every single time.
Every time you watch a Vaughn, it's the same character.
I have a 5. I take it back where I said comedies can only be a 3. I have a 10-star comedy. See No Evil, Hear No Evil is genius.
Richard Pryor
and Gene Wilder.
Oh, that's
one
a
is
classic.
deaf and one is blind.
That's a classic.
I could watch that movie until I run out. Every copy just burn right through every one of them.
I'll give you that. That's a classic. You can't.
It is.
You can't even compare that to anyone because you have 2 geniuses.
Yeah, you really do.
That's like Spies Like Us. I'm not saying it's a 10.
No, not even close. 10, but it is funny.
But the acting and the it's funny.
Yeah, I mean it's a great '80s comedy.
We were spoiled with the actors that we had.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, John Candy to Dan Aykroyd, and the list goes on.
Because now comedy is fart and dick jokes, and back then it was brilliance. That's the difference.
See, those comedies I can laugh to this day.
Oh yeah,
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Absolutely.
Any of those, you throw those on.
Where are your hands between 2 pillows?
My wife. Those aren't pillows. My wife can't laugh at those.
Really?
She doesn't laugh at those.
Wow.
But
John Candy was brilliant.
Flip it and you put on Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
My wife laughs.
I mean, it's a funny movie.
Bored out of my mind.
It's a funny movie, but
I didn't even laugh at Bridesmaids.
I thought the poop scene was the funniest. Yeah. That's it. That was the part of the movie.
It was their version of The Hangover.
Okay, let's do Hangover. First one, awesome. The next 2, horrible.
I didn't even bother watching them. Even the first one was only like maybe a 4 for me.
The best part of the first one is the ending.
Yeah. Without Zach Galifianakis, those movies are completely worthless.
I agree.
And it's all just him being him. That's who he is. But, all right, so they have our idea of what a 5 is. Okay. All right, and you're talking some of the greatest movies ever made. So 4.5 for this.
I like to revisit this and maybe do another show about, like, top movies of the 80s.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Let's do that,
You're talking about this dude's generation here.
Yeah, well, I love it.
No, I know.
I love it.
No, that's a good length for a bonus.
Oh, absolutely.
Bonus, so...
Oh, you know what I just saw real quick? We'll segue for that show.
Okay.
But it's funny. You're probably not gonna get made fun of for this, but I finally saw Ferris Bueller Day Off.
Finally saw that?
Yeah.
As in, like, recently?
Yeah, I just saw it like about a week ago.
For the first time?
Well, I've seen it when I was a kid, but I saw snips. When I was a kid, I didn't think it was funny.
Dude, that Beatles scene on the parade I love that scene.
I don't get the hype about the movie. I think it's really dumb.
It doesn't hold up.
It's not Beatles, it's Wayne Newton, by the way.
Shake It Up Baby now is the
no,
Beatles.
No. Oh no, I thought you said Donkey Shane.
No, I know what you're talking about. But
I know who that is. Wayne Newton. Everybody says I look like him.
yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
It was better. It was worse when you were younger, though.
Yes.
Because
I had the hair.
Yeah. It doesn't hold up as well.
I think it was ahead of its time, though.
No. At the time, it was great. It's one of the few '80s movies that doesn't necessarily hold up over time.
Abe Froman.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that was funny. There was a couple funny scenes.
No,
in there.
it's a funny movie. It's just not. It's not as brilliant as everyone
Here's
made it
a
out
great
to
example. We talked about the whole Clark Kent thing. Clark Kent, right, with the whole thing.
Yeah.
How do you not know, for the life of me,
because he had a hat on.
that that's the father?
He had a hat on.
And you're allowing the father to make out with your daughter.
He had a hat on.
Quick. It happened so quick.
There was a hat.
Just left, and then he had the hat, the trench coat.
He had the car.
And you're telling me that the guy's watching the computer being hacked and he's okay with it?
Huh?
He's being hacked because he's subtracting the days off that he had from home.
What are you talking about?
Ferris Bueller.
Oh.
He was. All right.
He's
okay.
hacking the system because he's subtracting.
Well, that's because the principal didn't know what the hell was going on.
I know.
He had
I mean,
no
don't get
idea.
me wrong. I mean, it's okay. I see, real quick, best, if I had to go to counter that.
We were way
if I
off
had
topic.
to,
by
we
the way.
did, but if I had
As
to,
a host, I should be reeling you in.
if I
Go
could
ahead.
counter that, Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah. Come on. You can't mess with any of those movies.
There you go.
That's a great movie. Dude, how about the... All right, you want an 80s movie that's unbelievable? How about the cast of Outsiders?
Oh, well.
Tom Cruise, Patrick Swayze, Emilio Estevez, Ralph Macchio, who else was in it? Matt Dillon. Yeah. Dude, it was like all of them became huge.
Yeah.
They all became huge stars, and they were all in that movie.
Patrick Swayze.
Charlie Sheen. They all starred in that movie. That cast was unbelievable.
I don't think anybody would predict that all of them are going to be famous.
No, but they all ended up that way.
Yeah.
Young Guns is another example. That had a great
Never saw
cast
it.
too. Unbelievable. You have to see it.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Emilio Estevez as Billy the Kid is amazing.
All right, I apologize. It's my fault that we went off topic.
It's fine. It was fine.
But you know what?
We're having a good
Obviously,
discussion.
that's why we're all the show is We May Rant.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna rant.
Yeah, it's gonna go anywhere.
And you know what? We just found ourselves another way of doing a future topic.
Absolutely.
I want to do that because I'm going to counter a lot of movies I want to go after with you guys in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these you're really going to hate me because I really haven't seen. Some of them I haven't seen.
Well,
get your shit together.
Yeah,
well,
do it.
You know,
my first crush in the 80s, first movie that I went to this day is Mannequin.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kim Cattrall.
I still can't watch it to this day.
Dude, I didn't think...
If I still watch it, I still feel like I'm in love with it.
I didn't think she was attractive at all on Sex and the City because I was forced to watch it by my ex, but in Mannequin, she is amazing.
Oh, I never knew that she was without clothes until I saw Sex and the City. I was watching TV one day and it's all of a sudden she's like naked. I'm like, the mannequin girl is naked.
Yeah,
well,
but you wanted to see her 20 years before that.
I couldn't look at her. I just that was my first.
And that was another thing.
Celebrity crush.
Was it Andrew McCarthy was in that movie with her? He was amazing during the 80s.
Oh.
John Cusack was a god during the 80s.
Oh my God!
I gave her my heart. She gave me a pen.
Better Off Dead.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
$2.
He was in.
I like that
He
humor.
was in Stand By Me.
Okay, I like that humor. By the way.
What?
Better Off Dead.
Okay.
And you wouldn't think I like that humor.
Didn't see it.
Are you kidding me?
We need to educate you.
Nope.
Have you seen See No Evil, Hear No Evil?
Nope, haven't seen it.
Oh my God!
Really?
Haven't seen it.
We're no longer friends.
Yeah, I
told you you're going to hate me.
We've been friends since kindergarten, and that's over.
I think I own it. How about Brewster's Million?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Okay.
What about Trading Spaces or Trading Places?
Oh, with Eddie Murphy. Yeah, I saw that one.
Okay, well he's getting better now.
Wait, there was.
He lives and breathes Beverly Hills Cop.
What's the movie?
I never saw.
Oh my God, you people!
I never saw it. Yeah, Beverly Hills. I never saw Die Hard either, by the way.
What?
Yeah, my wife was just saying
I
that
got
to
a friend.
me.
Lethal Weapon?
Oh, please.
Tango and Cash.
Lethal Weapon.
Wait, no.
No, I never saw Tango.
Oh!
Please tell me. Please tell. Somebody told me. Somebody recommended that I watch Donnie Darko.
I never heard of it.
You're not gonna like it.
It was awful.
You're gonna. I knew you would hate it. I
was
knew
terrible.
you would hate it. I would have told you.
All right,
to watch it.
real quick. Here, quick segue.
It's a great
Worst
cult movie.
80s movie.
Donnie Darko.
That was.
That wasn't 80s.
What was it?
It was 90s. It's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah,
All right.
that was terrible.
Worst. Okay, well then, well, let's stick with 80s for a second. Worst 80s movie.
There's so many bad 80s movies.
Okay, ready? Worst movie of all time.
Godzilla, the remake.
Yeah,
Like a movie that you can't even.
Every American Godzilla movie.
I will tell you this. I have never walked out on a movie theater movie ever, except for Godzilla.
I've only walked out of one movie, so I guess that'll be mine. Any Given Sunday. Far too much penis.
I remember him telling me the story.
Far too much penis.
I remember him telling me the story.
Me and our friend Tom were sitting in the movie theater, right? Because we expected it to be a good football movie. And, it's like, opening, game, locker room scene. That's a lot of penis. Whatever. We'll sit through it one time, right? Off the field stuff, party, field, locker room scene. Tom looks over and goes, yeah. We can go. There's too much penises.
The ending is great, though.
Well, maybe you watch it on a regular TV screen. You're talking about a 60-inch screen. All right? I don't need to see 60-inch screen penis.
I try to think of the title of the movie that I was so ticked off. Everybody told me I had to watch it because it was phenomenal. It's the guy who plays the geek. And hold on, I'll get better. He's a geek, and he talks like this. His friend was like running for president, Mexican guy.
Oh, Napoleon Dynamite.
The worst. And it was one of those movies where I'm watching it, and I said, you know what? 40 minutes into it, I go, I'm gonna finish it because if I there's got to be one part that's gonna make me laugh.
It was when he danced.
Nothing. I literally I wanted to punch a kid.
I went to.
Hold on, listen. I literally, when I got done with the movie, I could cry right now. Listen,
oh my God!
I wanted to murder somebody. I rented it. You know what, you ever rent a movie and bring it back the same day?
Yeah.
I brought it back in the same 2 hours. I went back and I said, dude, don't ever recommend me a movie again. This movie stunk.
Oh my God.
And he's like, I thought it was funny. I go, well, you have no life.
I'm sitting in the I forgot Godzilla.
Oh, I got a drink. I got 15 minutes, and this is my last.
I'm sitting in the theater. I think I went. I saw it with my uncle, and we're sitting in the theater together, and we're watching it, and we're like, "Man, there's just something wrong with this movie, right?" And as soon as they got to the part where Godzilla laid eggs or something like that in the subway system, we just kind of like looked at each other, and we're like, "Are you really watching this movie?" And he goes, "No, it's kind of awful, right?" And I'm like, I said. I was like, let's just get out of here. Right? I couldn't even stop. I couldn't.
Is that Godzilla 98, 99?
It doesn't matter. They're all horrible. Any American version.
But that was the thing. It was like it was so in your face at the time. It was like billboards and
it didn't even look like Godzilla.
It was all over. It was all in your face.
Yeah.
They blasted that movie so much, and it was so awful.
Yeah, I feel bad for Matthew Broderick because he was in that. My, real quick, another horrible movie. My ex dragged me to go see Twilight.
I like them.
The first one, I don't know what happened for about an hour and 10 minutes because I fell asleep.
First one was good.
After he was sparkling, I was out. I was dead ass asleep.
I think it took a long time for it to get going.
There's a reason they fired the director.
Yeah,
slow.
I thought the first one was all right. I mean, I'll give it a 2.
Yeah,
but it was okay.
Generous.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Storyline, I'm not into the whole. You'll learn, and people will learn that I'm a little bit too realism. So I don't believe in the whole vampire thing, so it's hard. You're probably gonna kill me now. Here we go. What's that? Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Show.
Shut your face.
I don't understand.
Let's save TV for another.
Okay. Well, I'll just say this real quick. Zombies don't exist, so it's hard for me to believe it. Period.
Well, they don't exist that you know of. So
yeah. Sorry.
Yet. It'll happen eventually. All right. We're going to wrap it up. We went a little bit longer than we intended to, but we had fun. I hope you had fun with this also. Look forward to more of these bonus episodes because we want to get them out because it's just more of an opportunity for you guys to interact on different topics other than sports. So make sure you follow us on iTunes, subscribe, leave us reviews. Even if you don't want to take the time out to write one out, just tap the stars. That still counts. 5 stars is great, but be honest. If you don't think we're worth a 5-star, then don't do it. We gave Wonder Woman a 4.5. Maybe you think you're only 4.5.
Hey, we gave a shout out, R.I.P. to one person. Did we ever bring up Adam West?
No, that's another thing I wanted to do on this.
I wanted to make sure, yeah, I'll include that on the YouTube version.
R.I.P. to Adam West, who was all of our Batmans.
Yeah, he was the best Batman.
And the entire reason why I not only read comics, but wanted to write them. The reruns of that 60s show were
still
amazing.
Watchable. Still watchable.
And they still hold up. As long as you watch it knowing that it's a comedy now. You know what I mean? Which is what it was meant to be all along. It was meant to be slapstick humor. It was great.
Bad phone.
Yeah, dude. It was amazing, and I wanted to watch I wanted to tune in, same bat time, same bat channel, every single time. It was unbelievable, and Adam West, thank you so much for that. But we're going to close this out now. We all want to go home. It's almost midnight. Angel is home. He's lucky. But we'll see you on the next regular episode. Hit us up at We May Rant on Twitter and we may rant at gmail.com if you want to give us topics to talk about in the next bonus episode.
Don't forget, we came, we talked, we ran.